Well, back to somewhere very different. This, it's almost like foreign parts. But I'm at the back of Nottingham Tennis Centre. And now also at the back of the hockey centre. And I've come to this stretch here purely because there's lots of ivy underneath deciduous trees, and got the trusty beating tray with us to have a quick half-an-hour beating, see whether we can turn up any of the smaller ladybird species, Skimnus and Rhizobius. So we'll have to see. What we'll almost certainly find is a little green spider, Enigma Vulcanarii, which will be along here in numbers. So I might be able to show you one of them. But otherwise, these are the football pitches down here at Beeston. Railway line just on the right there. So we'll have a look, see what we can beat from this lot. So first beating is Rhizobius chrysomyloides, and just there, walking through the centre, this said little green spider, Enigma Vulcanarii. Another one just there. Enigma Vulcanarii being another new colonist, or relatively new colonist to Nottinghamshire, spread up from the south. In fact, there's another one there, look. Spread up from the south over the last few years. Did this myself, found Nottinghamshire's first at Worksop Priory. So there's another Rhizobius. You're only looking at about 2.5mm there. That one looks a bit more interesting, so we'll have a closer look at that. Right, this tiny little ladybird here is in fact Nepus quadrimaculatus. It has got 4 spots on it. First time I've seen the species, and there's at least 3 here. This being the largest and presumably a female, so success at the first beating. So several Rhizobius chrysomylinus. I might see if this one settles down, if I can get some photographs. I'll show you this. This is Rhizobius chrysomyloides. This is another species that's appeared up in the lower reaches of Nottinghamshire in the last couple of years. Furthest record northwards in Nottinghamshire would be Lamley Cemetery, but it's also recorded at Stoke Bardolph, and it's turning up pretty much everywhere now with ivy growing on trees, and good numbers of it here. And there's another Rhizobius similar to this. It's usually paler, but it's a grassland species, so you've got no chance of mixing up the two. If you beat a Rhizobius, brown colour, half ivy, it's this, it's chrysomyloides. So that's a nice one anyway. So I'll plonk that back. 2 things already, and a reasonably full beating tray. A successful beating tray from a couple of beatings, and we're going to head down there. And here is said green spider, Enigma Vulcanarii. in situ. They make a cribellate web spun across a leaf surface, especially if the leaf creates a sort of a U shape. Here's another one, look. This one looks as though it's looking for somewhere suitable to spin a web. They're only a small spider, not going to bite you and kill you. And they're always found largely on evergreens, but the ones we found first for Nottinghamshire at Workshop Pry were actually on lilac. But any leaf surface that has an upward curl like that is ideal. But attractive spider, I say, was limited to sort of southwest of the country in one part, but it's just gone mad all of a sudden. Conditions are right for it, and we now have a new resident. It's been here for a few years now, still largely confined to the south of the county, but I did beat 2 for the first time off some ivy growing in Edwinstowe churchyard the other day. So it is consolidating its range and increasing its range in Nottinghamshire. It's a lovely attractive spider. There's the web. We can change the angle a bit. You can see it sort of spun across. Sometimes the spider hides under an accumulation of prey, and here's an old web, and that's the kind of web that they spin. There's another spider, Dictonita uncinata, I think it is, and it spins a similar web and sits underneath it. Now that's brown with an obvious sort of black blotch at the base of the abdomen. It's a lovely little spider. I was overjoyed when we found this in Nottinghamshire. Like so many things that may appear to have a southerly range now, when you look in books, especially years ago when you used to look in books and you used to see species that were only found down south, and they were sort of species you used to dream about. But now, for many entomologists, as a male vapour moth flies by, the dream is now becoming a reality. Yes, I suppose it's thanks to global warming and all that. And if you're an entomologist, you'll be overjoyed at global warming and the species that are turning up and are going to turn up. So, I'm going to go trace my steps back a bit and do a bit more beating.